Friday Night Live. I'm in the camper, and so if I just touch the table, it shakes. So sorry about that. I will try to be gentle. Thank you so much for joining me on this Friday night. It has been an absolutely gorgeous week here in Maine. I don't know if it's as gorgeous where you are, for those of you who are not right here. But it is, it's going to be a great camping weekend. Of course, I have a couple things that are going to get in the way of camping, but they're great things. I have a mini catalog launch party and BOGO tomorrow morning. And if you did not sign up for that, uh, you can still show up. I just won't have a make and take for you. I'm at the campground, so I can't prep anything more right now. But I would love for you to just pop by. I'm going to have lots of displays. I participated in a swap, so I'll have those up. And you can see what we made for those that did RSVP. But if your plans have changed and you suddenly can make it now, I would love for you to just pop on by. So Sheila is going to be cleaning the house and garage. This morning I got up super early. Like, okay, first of all, last night, disaster in my craft room. Disaster. I mean, as it usually is, because, you know, I have a launch party tomorrow, so I'm trying to get ready. And whenever I do that, like, it's just a whoo, it's a whirlwind. And plus I'm trying to get ready to go camping, and so it was a disaster. But I got up this morning pretty early. I think it was before 6, but I don't know. It was so early. I can't remember. I'm tired. But I got up and I cleaned it, and that place looks as good as I've seen it in a long while. So I'm really excited about that, and it'll be ready and waiting for me when I am able to get back into my stamp room after camping, of course. But anyway, so I have a quick and easy card for you tonight, and we might as well get started. I'm going to turn you down, and you can see I'm watching myself. All right, let me try to get this out of the shadows as much as possible. We are beginning with a base of Basic Beige. Now, Basic Beige is a new color for Stampin' Up! And let's see, I don't think I have my bone folder, but I have something that works. So Basic Beige is a new color. It is kind of close to what our Sahara Sand used to be, only it's lighter. It's kind of a cross between that and vanilla, and it's just a really, really pretty neutral, and it works really great for fall. And I have a smaller piece of it that we're going to be stamping on tonight. So earlier this week, I showed you a scrapbooking kit, and this is the stamp set that kind of goes along with it. I mean, you don't have to use it, but I'm going to use it. And in fact, I decided to use it tonight, and we will be doing crisp autumn days. There's nothing crisp about today. I mean, technically it's not autumn yet, so maybe that's why, but it is warm here. We went swimming in the pool. It's toasty, as my son would say. But I'm going to use this tiny little maple leaf right there. So we'll get that out. And I have my blocks over here somewhere. So I have a little block. And we are going to, I wonder where my big block went to. I got that one out too. Oh, I found it. Okay. So I'm going to bring in I only have 2 ink colors tonight, and that is Pretty Peacock and Pumpkin Pie, and those two go so well together for fall. Really, really pretty. I do not want, you know what, I'm going to stamp the sentiment first. But what I was going to say is I don't want my pumpkin pie to overpower it, because my leaves are just going to be in the background. Let me get my larger block out, and I'm going to get this Crisp Autumn Days sentiment out. So this, I mean, obviously it's not your normal sentiment. So I would probably say, you know, you could just use this when you're sending a note to a friend. It doesn't all have to say happy birthday or thinking of you or anything like that. All right, so let's Let me get over it a little bit and see if I can get on straight. I'm gonna move that just so I can see where the edges of the card are. If this isn't straight, I'm gonna blame camping fever on it. That's pretty good. All right. And that is all the pumpkin pie. All the Pretty Peacock pumpkin pie. It's a pea night for me. And so we're gonna now just stamp, but I don't want it to be overpowering, so I'm gonna stamp off first and then stamp on here. And I can do this rather quickly. And even in here, you can put some leaves. And notice I'm twisting my stamp quite often. I don't want my leaves all to be going in the same direction. I almost forgot to stamp off on that one. I'm just gonna keep on going here, even though I'm gonna fill this space a little bit more. That just makes a really, cute little background. Now, doing this on a scrapbook page for a background, that's a lot. That's a lot of stamping, but you can do it. All right, now I gave you an idea of what I was going to be doing. I got this idea from another demonstrator who, she just shared it on a demonstrator site, and everybody thought it was brilliant, including me. I'm going to take the Bee Builder Punch. So this came out in the new catalog. No, I guess it was last year's catalog. But it came out and kind of went with a Valentine-y set. Bee, my Valentine. So this is the body of the bee, and these are the wings, but they're also hearts too, which works great. You can, get multiple uses out of this punch. But now you don't even have to do it as a bee or a heart. You can, oh, by the way, this right here, it's also a quote bubble, if you want it to be. I'm going to just punch 3 of these out. All right, I've got 3 punched out. Let me get rid of some of that stuff. All right. Now the next key to making this pumpkin, which is what we're making, is taking the tails of the bee, or the stingers off the bee. Off 2 of them, not 3 of them though. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're going to put these here and kind of join them together and stick that right on the top, and see there, you've got a nice big old pumpkin. Now, to give it a little bit more definition and help it stand out, I'm going to bring in my sponge dauber. So I've got a pumpkin pie sponge dauber, and I'm going to sponge around the edges of this. This one is in the front, so this one shows up on both sides. And then on these, only one part shows up, so I only have to do one edge on that one and one edge on this one. Sorry for the noise. My husband just got back from settling Matthew in for the night. All right. So we need to adhere those together. So Stacy, aside from being with them and watching the kids, what are you going to be doing with them? Oops. Wrong side. That's all right. It'll be covered anyways. Maybe it'll be covered a little bit. All right. Then we're going to put this one right over the top, and in fact I'm going to put that one up on dimensionals. Well, Stacy, if you don't decide what you're going to do with them, they're going to decide for you. That's usually the way it goes, right? All right, and so there we have this little pumpkin. You know what, I think I need a little bit more sponging right up here at the top. That. Now, this is an odd looking top of a pumpkin. But if you were to just take off just a little bit, let me see if I can bring this up, then it gets a little bit straighter, makes it look a little bit more normal. And I don't have a brown stamp, my Early Espresso Stampin' Write marker here, or even crumb cake or pecan pie, but I'm going to just take the black and we're just going to kind of add a little bit of color there. And so now we have a nice little stem, which was not on the picture that I shared with you earlier. All right, let's take our card base. Now, because I didn't want to lug my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I've cheated. I have gone ahead and run a piece of Pretty Peacock through this new embossing folder, which is called Forever Plaid. And so what you get is this. Let me bring it up so you can see a little bit more. And we'll just adhere this to my card base. This color goes very nicely with the basic beige as well. I mean, a lot of colors do. There we go. We're going to adhere my little pumpkin down here, and I'm just using regular glue for that. That looks pretty good. I think that's pretty centered. I'm going to bring in the last touch, is I'm going to bring in some twine here, some linen thread. And I want to wrap it around my card and tie it in a bow. I forgot to measure how much I need. I need more than this though, so let's see if I can figure it out. It's a little under a yard. A little under an arm's length. And I'm doubling it up too, so that's why it's, you know, so much more. You could certainly get away with less if you weren't doubling it up like I am. All right, so I just evened my ends up. I'll wrap this around, tie it in a bow. Yes, Stacy, I like the folder too. I'm also going to be getting the plaid stamp set. It needs to be adjusted a little bit because I like the sketched plaid stamp set as well. Let's see if I can get this a little bit better. Oh, maybe I have to come over here. So sometimes I will tie my bow and then I'll adjust it on the front wherever it goes, just so that I have my ends somewhat right, like one's not too long, one's not too short. So, and then I just turn it around, spin it over where I want it to go. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm really excited. This Sunday you will see I just finished editing a video that I shot with my friend Rose, who was the inspiration for my September fundraiser, the Get Well Soon fundraiser. And I'm excited for you all to meet her. I'm going to air that video on Sunday. She was gracious enough to let me interview her. Pop these up on dimensionals. And there we go. We've got a cute little card front. And then for the inside, we can, we can take the larger, leaf, or we can just go ahead and keep that smaller leaf going. And put some on the inside. And now, because it's not competing with anything, I might stamp some full and some off. And just put a bunch over here in the corner. And my only problem is stopping. Okay, just 2 more. 1, 2. Okay, there we go. That's it. I'm done. Oh, frozen. Frozen. You know, I think it's because, sorry about that. I was frozen because, let me see, it should be coming back. There we go. Should be coming back. There we are. Yeah, it was frozen because my battery is low. I had charged it for quite a while, but I'm uploading a video, so I don't know if you heard me tell you, but on Sunday I'm going to be, I'm premiering a video. I'll do it both on YouTube and Facebook, of an interview with my friend Rose, who was the inspiration for my fundraiser that I have going on with my team. And so I'm really excited for you to get to meet Rose and see the face that got me thinking about this fundraiser. And if you'd like to participate, you'll see how to there, or you can look on my Facebook page. It's all over there as well. But anyway, so this is my card, and I hope you like it. Just a quick and simple little card. Didn't take much. Honestly, the thing that took the longest was stamping all the little leaves, because you had to stamp off and then stamp on. But pretty cute, right? And just not a normal use for the bee punch. So think sometimes outside the box and see what you can come up with. I hope you all have a fabulous Saturday, and I know I'll see some of you on Sunday. So have a great weekend, everyone.